Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, the High Court released Korogocho MC Mobimba Matakwei unconditionally. About 2 days earlier, the MC had been arrested, charged of incitement. While releasing the MCA, the judge made it very clear that the law upon which the MCA had been arrested and charged was non-existent. So the court had no otherwise but to release the MCA. In this video, I don't want us to dwell on the legal aspects of hate speech. I want us to have a discussion, and I'll just explain why I believe that hate speech in Kenya should be redefined. Yes, it should be redefined. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. When the highest court in the land terms a petition wild goose chase, fool's errand, hot air, is that not hate speech? Or when a leader, a top leader in government, starts branding a leader as Mganga, knowing fully well that the leader he is calling a Mganga has got supporters, millions of supporters across the country, who are clearly going to be annoyed by the fact that you are calling their leader Mganga, and that can incite them into violence, or rather can push them into violence. Is that not hate speech? When you stereotype some communities, wale wa kurusha mawe, wale wa kung'oa reli, is that not hate speech? Or when a leader starts saying, huyu baba yake alisumbua Kenyatta, ye pia kasumbua Moi, anatusumbua, is that not hate speech? I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, hate speech in Kenya should and must be redefined. You are finding somebody charged and accused of murder, the murder case being dropped for that person to serve in government. How can you term that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's dig deep. Yes. What am I trying to say? This whole theme of hate speech in Kenya is not making sense to me, because it appears that even the courts themselves are inciting. Top government officials and leaders are inciting. The church is inciting. Why is the government being selective? Why is the government not arresting Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua? Why is the government not arresting Martha Koome and the 7 Supreme Court justices? Why are they just going for just an MCA? The whole theme of hate speech, in my honest opinion, is being reduced into a political tool by the government to silence its critics. And it's very clear the arrest of Korogocho MCA was clearly politically motivated. Yes, it was all political. Because even the people who arrested the MCA, they are not in any way better than the person they are arresting. And if you look at William Ruto's government, the moment they start using government institutions to fight their political battles, that just confirms that they are losing favor with the ground. They are losing ground support. And that is pushing them into a panic mode. And if you look at Ruto's government very well, it's clear this government overpromised. but it's actually delivering very little. And time is running out. And in the past 1 or 2 weeks, we have seen a re-emergence of Raila Odinga. A Raila Odinga who is now coming out stronger than he was before. That is causing serious panic in William Ruto's government. So anybody challenging them, they are trying to silence that person through government institutions. And that's why exactly we are seeing they are even targeting Uhuru Kenyatta. That this is a man who has not been paying taxes. This is a man who has not been paying land rates. All these, ladies and gentlemen, confirms that Ruto's government is sensing defeat on the ground. So it's turning dictatorial to silence critics. And it's a fact and it's true that when a government fails to deliver, the world over, that government always turns dictatorial, in that they want to silence those saying the truth, for people to keep quiet as that government oppresses the poor. That's exactly what is happening here. And Kenyans should and must reject these political antics by William Ruto's government. And the only way Kenyans can reject and defeat that is by more Kenyans coming out to tell the government that it's going wrong. Rather, it's actually going the wrong direction. If more and more Kenyans can turn out to actually call the government, or rather speak truth to the government most definitely, they'll be confused. Who should we now start with? Yes, it calls upon, or rather, it calls upon bravery to actually put such kind of a government in check. And even before I conclude, that judgment by the High Court just confirms what I've been saying here all along, that the lower courts are performing far much better than the apex court. In fact, the weakest link in our judiciary, in my honest opinion, is the Supreme Court, the apex court. The lower courts are performing far much better. And I'm only seeing a very unfortunate situation where maybe the apex court might try intimidating and influencing the lower courts. As it now becomes apparent, the government is failing. I'm seeing a government that can enter into some form of unholy alliance by the apex court to actually direct and control the lower courts to dance to the whims of the government. And that's why I still maintain and I repeat that Martha Koome and her bench, their continued stay in office is auguring very negatively for this country. The best thing is for her and her bench to resign. They have brought serious embarrassment to Kenyans by terming a petition fool's errand. Yes. Yeah. As I conclude, going into the future, I'm seeing a William Ruto's government that is going to be more disparate. Because as it fails to deliver, more and more Kenyans will actually come out to criticize the government. So in the coming days, I'm seeing William Ruto's government going to some very disparate and some very extreme lengths to make sure, rather in making sure, they silence government critics. But what William Ruto should know, all that, what goes around comes around. When Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, they had the freedom, they could say anything, and they could attack Uhuru Kenyatta. Now is their turn to also maintain that democratic space Uhuru Kenyatta gave them when Uhuru was the president. Let them also persevere as Kenyans speak rather speak truth to his government. Let Ruto persevere. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. Just as I did indicate when we were starting, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. Thank you. God bless you. Any other person who want to support us here, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.